simple, complicated, complex, chaotic. Hello, I am Brian. I'm the pastor of First Congregational Church of Kittery at Kittery Point, UCC. I am doing this quick video early on Monday afternoon because I want to be able to offer what I can in the midst of this pandemic, this crisis that we all find ourselves in. I don't have much. I don't have a lot of time or energy. I don't have a lot of money. But what I do have, I want to be able to offer to anybody who it might be helpful to during this crisis. So one thing that I do have is a lot of personal experience in dealing with anxiety and stress and trauma. And I think we can safely say no matter who you are, no matter where you are on your journey, all of us are going to be in the middle of a lot of those hard things for the foreseeable future, even without leaving our homes, especially because we can't leave our homes because life is so different than it was before. And so I want to be able to offer what I can. And one of the things I can offer is this understanding of what human life is like. And it's something I've been playing around with for a couple years, and it's helped me understand myself and how I function in my life a little bit better. So what I want to do this week is offer a series of very short videos, just offering what I can. If this tool, this model, if this helps you think about how to manage yourself and your own anxiety in the middle of this pandemic, that will be such a blessing. And if it's not, I hope you find something that can be helpful to you. So my understanding is that no matter what we're doing in our lives, we are all at one time or another encountering and living in 4 different kinds of natural environments. Chaotic environments, where all of our systems are overwhelmed and overrun, and nothing is connected the way it used to be. For a chaotic environment, think of New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. Think of a town like Nashville after a major tornado. Think of our hospitals in New York City and other places around the world that are being overrun and overwhelmed now. Chaos, when everything breaks down. Before everything breaks down, we usually had pretty complex systems. In a complex environment, there's many things that happen, and we're all realizing how interconnected we are and how every single part of the puzzle somehow interacts and affects all the other pieces of the puzzle. In complex environments, we can't think our way through things very well, so we have to feel a lot of things. And feelings can lead to anxiety pretty easily. And so, but that's what happens before we feel totally overwhelmed. We have a lot of feelings and a lot of complex ideas, things that need a lot of processing. And we don't really practice that very well in normal American life in the early 21st century. But most of us are usually in a complicated space. We don't like things being too complex. We try to simplify things. We keep things as simple as we possibly can. And so we try to get like at the most 1 variable, or maybe 2. There's supposed to be a letter A here, but there's not. So, but sometimes we have like 1 variable, and we pride ourselves on being logical, intelligent thinkers who can think our way through problems and manage crises that way. And most often we can. Most often we are really good at figuring out formulas that are pretty not super complicated, that we can think our way through. And the ultimate goal is to get to a very simple space where everything's linear. There's best practices for how to live and what to do. A leads to B, leads to C. We like it when things are simple. And when things are simple, our anxiety and our insecurities are at a very low level because we are totally in control of our environment. We know how things work. They're very easy to do. We don't even think about them. There's a best practice. You've already learned the best way to do it just by doing it every single day, whether it's brushing your teeth or making your bed. The problem that we're having right now is that none of us can leave our homes. And the world as we know it is feeling very different and is changing in ways that we can't understand. And it's happening faster than we can wrap our minds around. So on any given day, without leaving the comfort of your home, you might be finding yourself in any number of these different kinds of environments. And the ways in which we deal with anxiety and trauma and stress are very different in each of those environments. So it becomes really important that we're able to be present with ourselves and be honest with who we are and what we're feeling and how we're thinking and what we're doing, so that we can manage anxiety and stress and trauma as it appears in different ways in different times and places. So each day this week, I'm going to offer a short video. This is a little introduction video. I'm just going to offer a short video about what I have found helpful about each environment and how I can think about how each one gives me certain tools that I can use to make a more healthy and whole self, and how each and every environment offers its own quandaries and its own temptations and its own paradoxical issues. And we're going to do this through the story of Jesus in the desert. It's the story that we've been building our whole corporate worship around all throughout Lent, really modeling ourselves after this huge trying time that Jesus had when he didn't know what to do or what to think or what to feel. He didn't know how to be present as himself in the world. I can't think of a more appropriate time to go deeper with that story or to get a little bit more understanding about who God made us to be and how we are managing our lives in all these different spaces, sometimes without leaving the house in the middle of this huge, huge crisis. So that's where we're going. You'll see videos pop up in this space every day this week that deal with each of these different environments. They'll offer some suggestions, some questions, and if we can start some conversation or dialogue around these things, that'll be a blessing too. In this week leading up to Palm Sunday and Holy Week, it is my hope that we might take more seriously this week than maybe we ever have before the gifts and opportunities that Lent offers us for coming to terms with our lives, our deaths, our power, our vulnerabilities, and the way in which we live in an infinite universe that only God is totally in control of. So that's what we'll be offering. I hope you find it helpful. Please connect online through Zoom all week long. We have online gatherings with our church every single day except for Fridays and Saturdays where we try to sleep and rest a little bit. But whatever's happening for you, I hope that you are finding what you need. Reach out to the church anytime you have a need. We're doing our best to respond as quickly as we can with what we have to offer. We don't offer anything other than what we can. So on that note, peace and grace, friends. Take care of one another, pray for one another, and we'll be talking soon.